What is the coolest type of display? We're lucky enough to have loads of them at the museum, and we display them in the display. That's right, it's a display of displays. Is it a Nixie tube? Is it these plasma displays? Is it these electroluminescent numbers? Or is it possibly one of these, an edge-lit display? Let's take it apart, let's see how it works, let's light it up, and let's see if we can do anything a bit more inventive and fun with it. 2 big screws on the back. Ooh. So this edge-lit display works with incandescent bulbs, tiny little midget bulbs. It's difficult to see, but the bulbs say 12 volts on them. So if I get my power supply out, we can hook that up and immediately see if it works. And on the back, you can see the labels of the different terminals. There's 0 to 9, and there's also A, B, and C. Looking here where the bottom of the bulbs are, you can see that these 2 bulbs here are linked, and the rest of the bulbs are linked on the other side. So I'm thinking that this is the common ground point for the bulbs on this side. This over here is the common ground point for these 2 bulbs. And those 2 bulbs are the A and B. So let's connect something up and see what happens. That's pretty cool. Let's turn the lights off. The cool thing about this type of display is that all the numbers are kind of staggered in depth, so they move backwards and forwards. There's different numbers in there, but we didn't see an A or a B. Oh, it just lights up a decimal point. Okay. Yep, and when you connect B, it lights up the decimal point on the other side. Okay, so this front cover, after you take a couple of screws out, slides out. You've got to be very careful here, because there's bits falling out. There's a filter there, an orange filter, which you could do with a nice little clean. There we go. This is the real heart of it. Wow, look at that. And there you can see why it's called an edge-lit display. There are little bits of perspex or glass, and they act like light pipes. So you put power into the pins, the light bulbs, which are inside here, light up. That light gets sent into the edge of these bits of acrylic. The light bounces around inside there, around the corner, until it hits the etch or the engraving, and the light bends and diffuses and gets sent out and lights up the engraved pattern. And with that simple concept, it's very easy to make your own. This is one I made a few years ago. You just need a piece of scrap acrylic, something to engrave it with, and some cheap LED strip light. You can slide each little light pipe out. Amazing. There you go. That's what it looks like. And in between each layer, there's this little mask here. There's the 6. So let's make sure that I've wiped my fingerprints off this and reconstruct it without the filter, and then we'll see what it looks like then. I'll edit it together so you can see a full run of the numbers. What's really nice is that you've got this 3D mirroring effect where the digit is reflected in all of the panes of glass behind it. Now in theory, if we put coloured lights in this, the numbers should light up coloured. I don't have any coloured bulbs, but I do have some coloured LEDs. So let's give that a go. Whoa. If you were wondering, these displays would have been used in all sorts of different machines, anything that needed to display a number, so calculators, counters, all kinds of test equipment. And in the age of everybody having a computer in their pocket with a graphics processor that can display pretty much anything on there in any colours, seems funny something so relatively big and intricate to manufacture just displaying 0 to 9. But I and many other people, including the people who come to the museum, really think that these have a special quality, and you just can't replicate that incandescent or neon light. Well, that was really fun, and in the next video we're going to explore how we're actually going to display it at the museum. We like interactive displays, so you can press a button and things light up, or it sets off a load of clicky relays or moving mechanical uniselector switches. I want to do something a little bit different than we've done before. I have something in mind, but write your ideas down in the comments too. All of this stuff looks so much better in person. I can't capture it on camera, so you're best to come and see it for yourself at the museum. We're open 1 till 4 p.m. every weekend except this August bank holiday. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you later.